My name is Paprika, and boy do I get mistaken as a kid pretty often. If you don't know, I'm roughly 3 feet tall. I'm the oldest of my average-sized siblings, but I was cursed with being the runt. I get mistaken for a child a lot, but I'm in my 20s, and if you ever misage me, I'll find you. So a few years ago, I decided to cut my long, beautiful red hair up to my chin because I wanted something different. When I was done, I was looking amazing. I looked sophisticated, like I could have been one of those human women in a pantsuit running a giant company. Later, my siblings and I decided to grab some dinner at a nice restaurant. While my brother was talking to the host, I had my back turned, looking at something across the room. The host pulled out a yellow and pink sheet of paper and asked my brother if we needed a kids menu. I turned around slowly and asked, "What did you say?" The host looked at my siblings nervously and held up the menu and said, "A kids menu?" I stood there for just a moment before jumping onto the podium and screaming, "I am an adult!" while pouring gasoline all over the place and lighting a match, burning down the whole restaurant and everyone in it. Okay, maybe I didn't burn down the restaurant, but I did tell the host I was an adult and showed in my ID card, feeling pretty frustrated. Another time this happened was when my family and I went on vacation to a beach resort. I had my swimsuit on and my floaties, because I can't swim too well, and a cocktail in my hands. In this area of the resort, you have to be 21 and up because of the alcohol they served. I was living it up, sunbathing and relaxing, when my sister leaned over to me and asked me to grab a couple of drinks for her, me, and my brother. I went right up to the bartender and asked for 3 Bloody Marys. As I brought them their drinks, we all toasted and took a sip. We started looking at each other confused, realizing there was 0 alcohol in the drinks. I went back to the bartender and said, "Hey, there's no alcohol in here. I paid for 3 Bloody Marys." I bring them back. We all take a sip and realize, again, there's no alcohol. Fed up, I ran back to the bartender and shouted, "Hey, what's the big idea, buddy? You still didn't put alcohol in these." He looked at me and said, "You're not over 21. I can't sell you alcohol, but I can give you virgins." I shouted back, "I'll show you my ID." I pulled it out of my wallet and slammed it on the table. Then he had the nerve to ask me if it was real and put a black light over it. I snatched it back from him and told my sister to just order the drinks from now on.